So I'm just going to show you now how to work with your artwork, your original JPEG image, to actually create a stamp. So the first thing that you need to do is open up your image in your GIMP application. So if we open up and look for the image that we want to work with. So I'm going to open up this little picture here, and I'm just going to enlarge it down here so you can see it a little bit bigger. Okay, so the first thing you can see here is that there's an area that I want to erase. So I'm going to go to Tools, and I'm going to go to Paint Tools to get the eraser and just rub out. Now I'm just doing this very quickly just to demonstrate. Obviously if I was doing this for real, I'd spend a little bit more time just to make sure I'd got it more precise, but this is just really to quickly show you what you need to do. Okay, so I think you got the idea there. Tidy it up a little bit. Also, there's quite a lot of white area here which I want to eliminate, so I'd like to crop this to make the really just to focus in on the picture that we want here. So if I then go to Tools again, up the top here, Selection Tools, and if you go to Rectangle Select and then select the area of the image, and then once you've done that, if you go to Image and Crop to Selection, and then we've got the image nice and tight there. Okay, the next thing that I want to do is invert the image. So if we go, let's have a look where that is here. Right, that's under Colours in this Mac version. So if you go to Colours and then go to Invert, that will change the image to a reverse, black and white. However, you can probably see there's a lot of shading here. And actually, if I just turn that back, I just want to change that back to its original, and you can probably see better. Yeah, you can see the dog's been shaded in. That is not going to make a good stamp because you need to have a clear black and white image. So the easiest way I find to get rid of any shading like that is to invert the image first of all, and then adjust the brightness and contrast. So again, in Colours, if you go to Brightness and Contrast, and then normally by selecting the contrast button, taking it up higher, you can see it's getting rid of that shading. And what we're aiming for here, we want the black as possible and the white as possible. So you can see if I were to take the contrast down, the shading is there, and also the outside of the image is going sort of quite grey. That would never make a good stamp. So if we take the contrast up, and on this particular image we're taking it right up, it will vary. You basically need to work with your particular image to get it optimum black and white. You don't want any grey, so you don't want any part of the white here to appear to be grey. It needs to be pure white, and this area needs to be pure black. So equally, sometimes you might need to adjust the brightness. We don't have to on this one, but you can see if you take the brightness up, it's starting to get some sort of speckled colour on his face, so we don't want that. Take it down until you have it optimum black and white. So that's quite good there. So that's good. So what we want to do now is File, Save the image. So if you go to File, Save As, and you will then want to save your image. So just do a File, Save As down here and save that to your folder. And then what we're going to do is drop that into a Word document. So I'm going to show you that now, what you then need to do to manipulate your image in Word to get it to the correct size.